It's a winter wonderland again, and I thought about doing a YouTube short for this so I can get more views, but I realized two things. Number one, the last YouTube short I did achieved only 59 views. I'm probably going to make a short at some point on my trip also, so I'm not as dire for the views on that front. Plus, getting a full-length video to over 100 views would be nice, and it's not the most common thing I can do in the world. This video certainly won't be one of them. The second thing, though, is that I want to emphasize the conditions here in a way that a short couldn't. How much snow have I measured so far? About 3.4 inches, but I have to be very careful to measure in a spot that did not already have pre-existing snow. I forgot where the old snow line was, so the 3.4 might be slightly off. But in any case, 3.4 inches of snow was a measurement. And this looks about what you have when you have 3 inches of snow. The snow is just starting to stick to the roads because, remember, it wasn't that cold before. It was below average, yes, but temperatures did make it into the low 40s, so it's not deathly frigid. And it's just, a bit of a light snow on the sidewalks. Grass is going to have the highest accumulation. Even that's not unbearable. This is a 3.4-inch storm for Nassau County. How much does the city have? I don't know. They have not sent out a list of totals yet. No article is publishing about this yet from major cities, but at absolute worst, we'll know Sunday morning if we have to wait for the now data report to come out. But I assume that sources will be talking about this soon, just not right now. So, right now, for example, there's snow on the cars, but you don't really have to shovel to get your way out. You just have to scrape the top off of your car. This is actually going to be heavily likely, at least for our area, the snowstorm of February 28th, 2023. Because you got a storm where it has impacts to it. It brings real snow, but it's not the kind of snow you can have that much fun in it. It's not like where you can make a snow angel in it or build a snowman. I mean, I guess you could when you factor in the old snow, because even though I complained about how snow was melting at a really rapid rate, there was still some left. Remember, today marks the fourth day since the last big storm. And it's amazing how in that span of time we got almost a foot of snow out here in the suburbs. But the city, how much did they get? For the last time that we got about 3.5 inches of snow, they got 1.8. And they got screwed over by the urban heat island effect and by warmer temperatures. This also happened in the last storm. Again, it could be pouring snow. But for the city, if they're above 33, it's going to be very hard to get to accumulate. In the last winter storm, February 28th, 2023, which was on the 27th, they did drop to 32. But it was only very briefly. Most of the snow was when it was above freezing, including all the snow on the 27th, when the low that day was only 33. Again, I'm not saying that can't snow when it's above freezing. It absolutely can. That being said, the difficult part is that it's a lot harder to stick, and the snow is heavier. Right now, it's around 30 degrees, so you're going to get an average snow ratio. Only thing is, again, there's not that much precipitation to its name. And the city is likely going to be a bit warmer than the suburbs. I think that accurate statement of according to an inch is going to be horrifyingly off. I think that New York City is going to be somewhere in a 1 to 3 inch zone, probably about 2 inches of snow, given the dynamics. But I've also seen reports as to how parts of Brooklyn got nearly 10 inches of snow. In the last one, that did not happen. So, parts of central New Jersey got over a foot of snow. And there's more to the south. But as far as the city goes, I'm not sure. On the one hand, I can't see them having too big of a discrepancy from neighboring areas. On the other hand, I just don't see them cashing out for that much. Again, I think that after this, New York City will probably be around 8 inches of seasonal snowfall, which, while not as bad as it could be, would still be probably either in the top 10 fully snow winters or just outside of it. Because here's what I want to emphasize. First of all, an El Nino decaying into a La Nina, the last time it happened, we cashed out beautifully for snow. El Nino is gone, but we're not going to be getting La Nina until the summer of 2024. So it's going to be a one winter El Nino. One winter. And everyone was saying how El Nino would bring good amounts of snow to the mid-Atlantic. This winter was obviously better than last winter. But it hasn't really cashed out the way that we wanted to when you think of El Nino, where you get one big storm. For the city, I would not want that one big storm to be just 3.2 inches. Now, again, you still have to have the cold and the moisture make connections. And this winter, it's happened, but not exactly in the ways that we wanted it to happen. Like pretty much when the cold and the moisture do connect, there's either not enough moisture, or there's not enough cold to make a big snowstorm. It's only these small events. I guess the February 13th storm was somewhat disruptive, but these aren't big events. Today's not going to be that big of an event for most of New York City, Central Park included. I think that maybe at best they'll match what we got if they got lucky with the snow bands, but it'll be hard for them. It's hard to get good snow in Central Park now. And so again, why I think they're still only going to be getting a boost. I don't think that their boost is going to be, the same boost that everyone thinks this storm is going to give. It's not going to be that. It just won't. But I think that us getting a good amount of snow, for this winter is certainly still on the table, because remember how much more we had than last winter, how our snowfall totals are probably going to decline. We were used to having so much snow in a snowy period, now we've shifted into a less snowy period, but we could still see, what this can produce for our area. Like, can we still get the gift of snow? We've learned not to take snow for granted, so every single time there is snow, I'm savoring it because I know that it is not going to last forever. So obviously that helps, and you just think about it. So for next winter, they're always saying it's going to be warmer than average, and they're saying a La Nina. And we know how bad La Nina was last winter, but 3 winters ago, La Nina gifted 40 inches of snow nearly to New York City. Again, it all depends on, can the cold align with this snow? And where there's about last winter was that in our area, it was like the second warmest winter on record. And furthermore, that was skewed by the fact that we had a cold wave in late December, after 2 inches of rain rolled through, and in early February, which became, even though there was a bit of snow in early February, it was still the second driest first half of February on record. You gotta take that into consideration here. So that's my part on that. La Nina, again, it can be good, but you really have to have sustained cold weather in order for it to be good. And obviously, individual storm track matters greatly. Thank you for watching.